All right. This says that I am live, and I just put the thumbnail up maybe 4 minutes ago. So hopefully people will see we're live. Well, come on over. Chattanooga Ed and Skipper are probably going to be here. Um, 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 Trying to think. Susie is not feeling well, and Whip. We can't seem to get our schedules together. He's rushing to get on here the weeks I'm sick or can't go, and the weeks I can go, he can't go. So we'll catch up with each other eventually. Eventually. There's Huawei. First in. First in. So we'll see. There's somebody backstage. Hey, Alec. Hey, Daniel. There's the Ed. Welcome, Ed.
Hi there, Bob.
Howdy, howdy.
How are you today?
Good. How are you?
Oh, fine. Sorry I didn't get here right on time. I
Well, we usually go at 5 after to let Susie have 5 minutes to get her coffee and have a quick break after her stream, but she didn't go, so I went ahead and put it for 8, which I shouldn't have done. But
well, I took a little nap and because we were out earlier today and came upstairs and my mom needed me to help her with the TV, so I
uh,
had to find what she
well,
wanted to see on TV before I came in.
yeah, I saw you were going to take a nap, and I went out. Was trying to mow my yard today. Big long story. I won't even tell it. It involved me having to go to uh, big whatever Home Depot and getting a new
Oh,
battery,
I
which I have had to do the last 2 summers because they last
oh,
1 year. So they replaced it again the third time free. So I did a swap, and it was like a few minutes after 6, and I hadn't heard back from you or anybody except Susie. So I thought, well, I'm going to mow. So I did, and I went out in a mode, and I thought I was only out like an hour. But when I came in, I was going to jump back in the shower. I'd been in earlier today and just rinse off the grass. And you said, I said something about maybe you could go over the swamp yesterday, and you said okay. And I'm like, well,
oh yeah.
Ed must have not been able to sleep. He's up early, and I just glanced at the time, and it was 9 minutes to 8. I'm like, Mother of God, I was out there all that time. No wonder I'm itching. So I'm sitting here with grass and sweat and all that good stuff, bug bites. But I'll get in there after this. So let's see if Skipper's back there. He said he would be around. He didn't actually say he would be here, but he's probably thinking of the 8052 if he's going to come. Let's see. Let me see who's in chat. There's Daniel. There is Long Family
Hi,
Show. There's Davo.
Mike.
Uh, Alec. Huawei. And us. So not a
Good
lot.
deal.
Yep. And I've got 2 tripods. This one is too small for anything except maybe a small wristwatch. I don't know why they sell these, even taking the case off my phone. So I picked it up thinking it was the one that worked. I'm going to throw it away or break it or something so I don't pick it up again. Hey, June. Bobby, you need to take
Hi,
it
June.
easy. Yeah, I know I do, but I got the threat of a fine from my homeowner's thingy. And I ain't got the money for a fine either. So,
So did you mow it?
yeah, I got it mown. It's about
Nice.
it's 1.67 acres total, but not all that's grass. You know, it's a lot of it's wooded, but I got it done. All the rain's been making it grow like crazy.
Yeah. It's been a weird year. It rains and then many days of no rain. So it's like
Uh,
all that sun helps it grow too. But all that rain we got, now we have gnats. Do you have gnats at your house?
yes. Oh yeah.
I hate gnats.
I do too. And when you've got livestock, no matter how, cleaning every other day, every cage gets not tanks, but every cage kennel, everything gets cleaned every other day. Uh, some alternate days. But when you've got mice and rats and stuff, the gnats love that. Oh God, they love it. They're nasty,
Hey,
nasty.
Bob, did you shave your beard off?
All but see, they're just a little bit.
Now, does your animals notice when you shave your beard?
The cats notice it for sure. Come here, Worm. Worm said, "Come up there and let me see." She hadn't noticed it. She hadn't noticed it. The cats do, and especially the cats at the Ark, because we have a new volunteer that has a little bit longer beard, longer than mine for sure, and they prefer his face to rub on now that they've got him.
Uh,
So they like those beards, I think. I bet they like yours too, huh?
I don't know. I was thinking about that earlier today, but I don't know if my cats ever even noticed if I have a beard or not.
I think if they've never seen you without it, they just assume it's part of it. There's Susie Q in the chat.
Oh my
Susie,
gosh.
I hope you're feeling better.
Poor Susie.
I know it. She's one that needs to slow down for sure. Sunny G. Yeah, yeah.
But that's great. You got a new volunteer.
Yeah, it is. And he's going to be able to go with us to Petco when we get all the animals out of the Ark. I've already got a realtor and we're going to sell that building. And it's free and clear. We own it. And she's got a nice price on it downtown in a business section and historic. And so we're eager to get these last 4 dogs out, and the 6 cats I'm down to will come home with me. And initially, they'll have a bedroom, and then I'll open that bedroom up and let it be the 2 back bedrooms and a bathroom. I'll close the hallway off. It's just a what do you call it, style house. 2 bedrooms on one end and a little bathroom, and then the master stuff on the other. So they'll have that end of the house. But I think all of them will get along with my cats. My cats are the problem, so. And Worm likes to kill cats. She likes to chase them. They're going to murder her
Oh my
someday.
gosh.
Yeah, Yazzie taught her that. Yazzie taught her. Hey, trash cat. Is Jason
Well,
behaving or is he?
now, what would you like to sell your place to?
I don't
Like, what if
care.
a comic book shop offers to buy it?
Uh, that would be a great place for one because there's not anything like that downtown that I'm aware of. Now, 3 or 4 blocks away over on the main highway, Keith Street, there's a place that has comic books, but they just have paraphernalia, generals, all kinds of stuff. It's a junk shop, not a comic book place like you're talking about, I think. Yeah. Why you want to start a comic book place?
No, I was just like hoping that a comic book store would go in.
That would be nice. It's zoned for business. And you've been there.
What
It's a nice
else?
little building.
Yeah, like they could set it up so the kids could play their Pokemon cards and stuff in the cat room
Hmm.
in the back, and
Yeah.
then have all your merchandise up front.
Yeah. I could have another room too that's, where there are games and stuff, kind of like the big game places you and I've been to. Have like a mini thing of that. But I don't know
Now,
if there'll be people will have pets there or not. That'd be up to them. But that would be a good cat room to keep cats in, or the whole building to keep a couple of cats.
hopefully they don't turn it into a seance place.
Into what?
You know, one of those seance places where they talk
Oh,
to
yeah.
dead and palm
I
read and things like
I
that.
think because it's in the historic district that the sale has to be approved. I'm not sure of that. It seems like when we bought it from the Bradley News Weekly, which was the weekly smut rag, it really was. It was like Inquirer, or no offense to what anybody likes to read. I like them too, but anyway, it was like our local thing of that, and we just have just stuff in it, and people would advertise in them, and it's more than the regular newspaper. But anyway, Susan, she was kind of an acquaintance of mine back then. She went out of business, and that's how I found out about it and got it about 8 or 9 cheaper than they listed it for. But it's more than double what we paid for it listed now, or will be.
Now, what if a fish store tries to get it?
It would be a good place. I would encourage them to put some support under the floors, because I've had aquariums there. The largest I've had was maybe a 55, and like if kids would run, you could see the tank slosh a little bit, so it could use some support. But that would be awesome.
Would you give them a discount?
No, hell no. No,
What if
depending
they
on how.
said that they would give you a 10% off for life at the fish store
Probably.
if you knock off 10% of the place?
Probably. Aquatic Aesthetics is moving. I don't know how public he's made that, but he's moving and he's already into his new place working on it. He's not on, he has moved some stuff over there because when I was in this past week for just a minute for worms and crickets, he was showing me pictures.
Oh, where at?
Well, you know where the Chinese buffet used to be on Keith Street, that closed up. Can't remember. There's Chinese Dragon or what they're all called the same stuff, but that closed up, and
In
then there was a
Hickson?
little. Huh?
Is it in Hickson?
Is it in Eaton,
Hickson.
Cleveland?
Rob's going to
Cleveland.
move to Cleveland?
Did I say Aquatic Aesthetics?
Yeah.
No, the local one here. Sorry.
Oh, the barn. Or the
I can't
aquatic
think of
den?
it. I can't think of it.
Aquatic
Den.
fish den?
Aquatic Den. I think
Oh,
that's
fine.
where I went wrong. I said Aquatic Aesthetics because I couldn't remember Den. But yeah, he's moving down. And it's a thing that was a strip of stuff. There used to be like antique junk stuff in part of it, and I went through it a couple years or 10 years ago. So that went out of business and a couple other stuff. So they're subdividing it up into like 4 stores now. It was a big building. And
Well, is it better location?
yeah. Oh, yeah. It's
Because
on Keith
where
Street.
he's at right now is like in the middle of nowhere.
He's on the main road. Yep.
That's good.
It's a great location. It's got plenty of parking. It kind of reminds me of Kenny's place, what it looks like when you pull up the parking and the front of it, storefront and all that. I don't see Skipper. He's probably taking a nap. I know I will be when we're out of here. I don't feel bad now, so no one pays attention to chat except chat. Well, Ed's supposed to be watching chat tonight, but
I'm fixing my glasses first.
I know. All right, let me see. June, he doesn't have a. Oh, they're talking about doing some art. I'm sorry, June. That always aggravated me so bad. And you know who was real bad about doing that? Anthony. He used to do that on the late streams, and that would drive me effing crazy. And so one day he told me, well, if you want to talk to the panel so bad, come up on the panel. And I thought, okay. So I did, and I just quit bugging him about it. Papa C, looks like your hair's blowing in the breeze, but your ceiling fan, it could be blowing too, because I came in from mowing. So yeah, I don't like that ceiling fan going, but I wanted some light on my face. What's that, Ed? Let me look.
I just glued my glasses. It broke in the corner like 2 months ago, and it just broke again right next to it.
Huh.
It's like
one of my lenses popped out, but I had to go get it popped back in because they're guaranteed for life. Their insurance, their Medicare, the best
nice.
Medicare could buy. Okay, Huawei, do you have Bob's PayPal? I don't use the PayPal because they screwed us over for 5 months at the Ark, holding all of our money we raised from November last year till spring this year. I had to pay bills out of my personal pocket, so PayPal sucks. And we stopped using the one at the Ark, and I stopped using mine. I think it's still active, but we do have cash apps. We have cash apps now. Do you have a cash app, June?
PayPal shafted Whip.
Huh?
PayPal shafted Whip real bad.
They did, yeah. I don't know what's going on.
They stopped believing that he was himself and wanted all this extra proof that he was him. and he couldn't do it. So that's why he doesn't do any super chats anymore or has any memberships.
Yeah, that's it. Well, you're right. It's what you've got there, Arc Pets. So I'm assuming it's for the Arc, for the art, June, right? If it is, that's the right one. I have a personal one, but there's no point in sending it to me because it's all going to the Arc. I owe you some money. How am I feeling? I'm still pretty tired and worn out and still having some tests and all that, but I don't have a ton of endlers yet. That one hasn't dropped fry. That's the ones I got in Atlanta 2 weeks ago, I think, Ed, 3 weeks ago. Killer
My
kitties.
mollies are all alive still.
Are they? I lost
And
half
I looked,
my buddies.
that sucks.
I got
That
two
makes them
bags of
less as valuable.
I got 2 bags of 12, and I've got 11 left, and they're doing strong, and they look like they're gravid, a bunch of them, and they're like trained, like you know how fish follow your hand when they want to eat. They do that. They've started doing that, so they like me. But those little longfin albino bristle noses I got both died also, and then I waited like a week or a week and a half, and when I was in the aquatic den the other day to get my reptile stuff, I went ahead and grabbed two just green Aeneas cories, not even the long fins, just two regular little cories. And I'll be damned if they didn't die in 2 days. So something's not right with that tank, but I can't figure out what it is. Hey, Elfish.
Well, I haven't been back to the aquatic den since that time I watched all those angels get destroyed by the African cichlids.
Thank you, Killer
There,
Kitty, Sarah. Thank you,
Hi,
thank you.
Keller. There were two other guys other than me, and we were saying, get these angels out of there. And the two stupid girls that were working there, they were both like high school girls, and they were saying, angels are cichlids, and cichlids go in that tank. And we were
Yeah,
like, you have angel tanks in like 5 tanks, or angels in 5 other tanks. Put them in those tanks. Don't put them in with the Africans. Idiots.
that's it. Well, that's a perfect example of knowledge but no experience. They were right, but they were wrong.
Yeah, well, I mean, you don't put much with Africans. I mean, just stupid.
Yeah, they had a.
Synodonis you could put with them, maybe, but if you had to have something other than that, but they'll kill the snails, they'll kill a lot of your plants, they'll kill everything.
Oh yeah, yeah. I know you are, Sam.
And
I appreciate it.
there was some Irish guy in there, and he was on our side. There's an Irish guy, me, and some guy. And the Irish guy's saying, hey, they're eating the fish. And I was like, I know. And they were like just ripping them apart and stuff. And those stupid girls wouldn't even look in the tank to see them getting torn apart.
Last time I was over there, like I said, this week, just grabbing crickets and worms, and then I got the two. I wasn't there 15 minutes, if that. But they had, I looked at fish. You know, you always walk and look, even if you're just going to one tank, you still look at the fish on the way. And there was some big, beautiful angelfish, but one of them had the hell beat out of it. It was awful looking, but nothing in the tank looked like it had bothered it. Two of my newest baby rats, they're juveniles now. They're sexable and they're, I don't know if they're maybe 6 weeks old, but they're like adult sized mouse. Two of them are hanging outside of their little den, and one of them's hugging the other one. They're asleep. I'd
Now,
show you all, but he's got a big old hootie cootie showing too. I don't want to get.
if your neighbors are giving you the business about having your grass not cut tall enough, have you ever thought about releasing a bunch of rats in their backyard?
No, I haven't, but that's not a bad idea.
Pretty cool. Or
It,
if they left their garage open, release them into their garage.
they leave their garage open 24/7 unless they go on vacation, which is frequent. They used to ask me to go over there and water their plants in the summertime, but when they reported me for my yard not being cut for 3 weeks last summer, and I knew it was them because of relatives working there. But anyway, And I didn't want to cut it. I wanted to let it overseed the first cut of the year. I wanted all the things to seed. It was no big deal. And I live back off the road in the woods. But anyway, they asked me to do their plants last summer, and I act like I didn't get the text. Get the city to do it for you.
What I need to do is come up with like a PVC pipe, paint it black with a button at the top, and you just pack it with rats, and you use it as a walking stick. And then as soon as you get over to their house, you push the button, go,
Shoot,
and you just
shoot.
shoot chuck those rats at their house.
Yeah, they like that. They love to jump and go flying, and they're always doing that. And every now and then one gets out, and it'll be on the table, and Tibby watches it. Sometimes it makes it to the kitchen, but he's a good mouser. He always catches them, but he doesn't kill them. So I have to be on the lookout for them. Oh, maybe one every 2 or 3 days, and I'll just use it as food then. But they probably have a whole big legacy about. Here's one out right two. Here's two right now. A little white one and a little buff colored one. What are
If
y'all
one of
doing?
your really big fish died, like let's say a big Severin or something dies that you got, you can
Yeah.
chuck it into their the water drain right above their front door. The drain that goes across their house.
Oh yeah.
And then not only will it stink, but they'll get a lot of flies too, probably.
June, that was nice of them to do that to show off the other house too. But I had sticks blow down too from, like I say, I have lots and lots of trees, all woods behind me and on the sides, but I have lots of big, old trees out front. So there's always little limbs to be picked up. And I usually just mow them, but I hadn't got out there to pick them up or anything. And I have a reacher and I have a wagon to pull. But anyway, Asswipe across the road got out there and was picking them up in my yard one day. And I asked him to leave them alone. He said, well, I said, no, how would you feel if I came over there and started chainsawing that big stump that's been turned over there in your front yard for 6 months? Yeah, think about it. I don't like people like that. Mind your own business. Speaking of minding your business, Fish Mania Chattanooga.
Maybe if you don't have any big fish die anytime soon, he might have a dead fish. And you could buy it from him for like 50 cents and throw it on their roof.
Ooh, on the roof.
Well, in their water gutter.
Oh.
So that way the fish rots and smells right above their entryway into their house, and they won't be able to. They'll look all over for where the smell's coming from, but they'll never think it's in their vent or the fish is rotting in their air or their water thing. And then the flies will start showing up and getting in their house and bothering them while they're cooking.
The maggots would drive Barbara crazy.
Well, I don't know if you'll see the maggots.
If the flies are around, they'll lay eggs on the fish.
Well, yeah, but they won't if they don't know where the fish is.
Oh, well, if they're in the drain, they'll wash down, I bet.
You could probably also start salting their yard. Every time you walk by their yard, you could chuck a bunch of salt in their yard and make their grass look bad.
You took the words out of my mouth, Ethan.
I wonder, Ethan, is marine salt bad for grass? We could, that walking stick that you're going to chuck the rats with, you could fill it with salt and chuck salt into their yard.
You're right, killer.
You might want to make sure they don't have cameras on their house.
They don't, because when I watched it before, they told me they don't, but they could have been messing with me. Hey, Craig. Yeah, I knew that from even just aquarium salt. That's what you said, or just we used to use back in the day, just Epsom salt. That's what all we had, 60 years ago. That's what I had to use as a kid. But doing the water changes, my mother raised hell for me killing her grass. So These mice are not even afraid. It's getting time to feed them. So there's one little tiny place that I keep plugging up, and every now and then they find it and get out when they get hungry, even though they do have some foods there. I see they're fine. I'm going to make myself solo. Get rid of that comment. No. Hold on. I'm on a mission here, Ed.
Does anybody else have any good ideas for how to get revenge on his evil neighbors?
Oh my God. I bet with this group there's going to be a lot of them.
You could also just burn out your own yard and drop gravel on it, and then you won't ever have to mow it. And they'll
That was
be disappointed that you've got gravel.
a grody cup there.
Wait, you put your coffee in your mouth?
No, that was the juice I was drinking. Just a nasty coffee coated cup. I'm bad about not washing my. See, I've got.
So is this what the top of your desk looks like?
It's what, well, actually, there's a big tarp under there, and I started doing that because they push seed and shells and whatever, probably some poop in that too, out. And I thought, even though I don't eat here, but I put a big tarp under it, and then all I have to do is lift their cages off and take them out, and then I catch the rats out, put them in a big bird cage. I'll keep to their same cage, up do it one cage at a time, and then pressure wash their cages. And that's once a week for every cage, but they get their bedding and everything, bowls and all that every 2 days washed. Cleaner than my snakes, that's for sure. But anyway, they get out of the one over here, and that's the stuff they pushed out in the last, what's today, Sunday? Yeah, it's due to be done tonight. I usually do it Saturday night or Sunday, so I'll have to do it tonight. But all I have to do is just pick the tarp up, the four corners, and take this out in the woods and shake it out and pressure wash it, hose it. So it's not as bad as it looks. I don't eat here, so. But yeah, that's a mess. That they were knocking that out, and it would go on the floor. So I got tired of sweeping that every day.
One thing at the swap yesterday was Ethan had a booth there.
Did he have mice?
No, but he had brand new T-shirts for $15.
Wow, that's amazing.
And Ethan, if you're still here, I was debating if I should buy one of those or not because I couldn't tell if they were girl shirts or boy shirts.
Maybe
all the girls in his booth were wearing them, and he wasn't. So I was kind of thinking, I bet they're girl shirts.
This is the hairless mouse. You were with me, Ed, when I got those. That is their hangout. And they tear everything up. They pee on everything. And you have to stay ahead of it. I've thought about putting them outside, but I'd rather just keep cleaning them every 2 days to keep them clean and keep any odor down. Any odor. So that's that. I guess I could be showing something besides these rats. Let me turn it back around. Turn it back around.
Well, I regret that I didn't buy one of his T-shirts. I should have probably bought 3 of his T-shirts.
What did they look like?
Give them away.
What did they look like?
They were like they weren't true purple. They're like a purple, pink, gray mix. And that's why the pink I was afraid of that you could see in the purple.
Yeah. Were they it sounds like mauve. I can't get this damn thing to turn back around. That's why I don't like to. I'm trying to go back down to single or to double, whatever. Oh, well, I'll figure it out.
He also had a black T-shirt that had a bunch of words on it, but I never took time to read the words.
Craig said what? Let's see. Craig's a nice guy.
Craig is. He's got a Great Dane though, so his dog would probably eat your dogs and your mice.
Oh, he's talking about his dog. I thought he was talking about the missus. Okay.
Yeah, I'm wearing the Knoxville Fish Club shirt.
I like that.
I like it too.
Of course, borrowing on the Vols colors.
And JC was there. Oh gosh. Okay, there's this really cool guy from Knoxville, and J is one of the letters in his name. CJ, TJ, or
JJ.
JC. Oh man. Well, he's a really cool guy, and I can only get half of his name right when I see him. But he had the shirts at the swap in his car, so I got one of these shirts. And the Knoxville Club was really cool because they donated one of these shirts, a hat, and some stickers for the swap. Because they have for the swap, for the the drawing. You know how they do the drawings at the end?
Right. Did you win anything?
I didn't enter any because I didn't know how long I would be there. And then it turned out I was there when they were doing it. Because Sean Peck was there and he brought board games. And this place that they have the Tennessee or the Chattanooga Fish Swap, it says it's a coffee cafe or a coffee house. So you're thinking, how big can a swap be in a coffee house? It's huge. Because they have this huge auditorium on the side.
Yeah.
And they rent it off for a church on Sundays. I think they have bands come in on Friday nights. So it's like they have a stage in there, and maybe you could do if you're into line dancing, come on a Sunday night or Saturday night, and if you're into asking for forgiveness from line dancing the night before, come in on Saturday morning. I don't know. Oh, he's here right now.
Yeah, I was going to say, is that him?
Even though that was him. Well, I'm sorry.
I wouldn't have guessed that.
I'm sorry. JT, I'm sorry I always get your letters wrong. I've got some of his wood downstairs too, because he has some awesome wood when he's at the Knoxville Club swaps. Oh, I had two. We had Peter P. Oh, purple Fish Mania. I gotta put my glasses on. Whoops. Oh, now I gotta pan up. Did he have a hotter? Did it say hotter purple?
I'm going away from that fan. I can't. It's making me dizzy.
A Majestic shirt, and then I had a black shirt that's defined Fish Mania. Okay.
I'll be damned. It's still there.
But I just didn't read the one with all the words. Oh, and then Bob's got his plant shirt on.
Oh, yeah, that's that. What is that? Is it from what movie is that, or what book? It's one of the real famous series.
Harry Potter's?
Maybe. It was last summer's Walmart sale, so I always get me some little shirts for the art using bleach there. Oh, that's better. I look great in this light. Look at that, Ed.
Yeah. Nathan, I'm not really working on anything. After the show, I go and I mod on
Daniken.
Yeah, Daniken. But I did finish up this, and I decided just to paint the PVC pipe for the Pleco cave.
Oh,
I think it came out pretty cool.
Yeah. Now, will that sit upright or will it fall over?
No, it'll sit upright because I've got this little leg thing here.
Okay. So it's
So,
functioning.
yeah,
How much are those at?
I have no idea. I just made the first one on my show last week.
Oh,
But if people think they're cool, maybe I'll try to make some up to sell someday. I almost have my Etsy all set up. I finally got the bank account done, so it'd be able to go direct. Oh gosh, excuse me, I burped. It can go directly into a bank account. Now the thing is I've got to let this sit for 2 weeks because I used dry lock paint, which is basically almost like you're painting concrete
well,
colors on. I keep hiccuping. Concrete, uh, all over it, different shades of concrete, and I mix them and come up with that. But it's part of my Aztec kind of designs.
oh yeah. I didn't make the connection till you said that.
I
That's
like
cool.
making Aztec art stuff. So
Yeah, yeah, I like your Aztec stuff too. Maybe that's why I like it. See that?
well, thank you,
You know,
Nate. I wonder if that's what Nathan was thinking I would do when he asked me to make a Pleco cave. I'll have to make him one for coming up with the idea. Once I
that's right.
start cracking them, I literally need to spend a whole week just making things for the Clash because I've got to make a inventory to sell stuff.
Yeah,
Because I've got 2 tables now.
nice.
So yeah, I gotta fill them up somehow.
Who's going with you to that? From here, I
Uh,
mean.
from here, I don't think anybody. Oinky's gonna
Oh,
meet me there,
oh,
but
that's a long
I
drive,
don't
is.
know. Yeah, well, I've been there the last 3 years. That's where
It?
I compete for my. I put the artwork in and stuff.
Yeah, but you've had people go with you, hadn't you?
Nope. Well, actually, one year I drove my mom and dad up because they wanted to go visit my aunt in Boston.
Okay.
So
Oh,
I did take them up.
I'm thinking of another different event. Trying to get this thing propped up on my nuts. on these nuts.
The worst thing is Skipper's not going to be there this year.
He's not. He's had
Nope.
so much going on.
Well, he kind of got the shaft on it too. He got demoted, and I don't blame him for taking it hard because I think he does so much work. He should have been promoted instead of demoted.
Well, that's their loss, you know it.
Yeah, it really is because I don't know. I mean, he physically worked harder than anyone else there, and nothing personal if you guys are people that go there, but he just busts his butt.
Yeah, Skipper's a hard worker. I know that. I've never met him in person, but from listening to his activities and stuff and other people, like you just said, he is a hard worker, dependable too.
Yeah, oh yeah. You can definitely count on Skip.
Except tonight, except for this stream, damn it.
Yeah, I don't know what happened.
I hope he's taking a nap. I started to say he's had a lot going on the last few weeks, and that catches up with you, you know.
He has had so much bad news lately, so it's nice to have something that if you can just relax, that's good too.
Thanks, Carrie. I
Yep.
see your messages. Oh, maybe this is him. He's tired of us bitching. You bitch so much now. There he is, Ed.
Oh, there he is. Darn it. Well, I wouldn't have said those nice things if you would have heard them. Hopefully, he didn't hear anything.
I heard some of it. I'll have to go back and listen to it because normally you don't say nice things to me.
Yeah, that's it.
I know. Well, that's just because I figured you were around. So, yeah, Nathan, I thought about doing that. I had a lot
My
of different
mother-in-law,
ideas.
my mother-in-law came, so I kind of got, backtracked.
And
Look, I'm wearing.
you'd rather
You
spend
probably
this time
like
with
this.
your mother-in-law. I'm teasing. I'm teasing.
It says East Tennessee Aquatic Association, the ETAA.
That's nice.
You know, the Atlanta one is a tongue twister. It's the Atlanta Area Aquatic Association, 4A's. I
A
think
A
it's
A A.
A. A.
I got A. Skipper, you should go to A
I am.
someday.
Are you drinking
That'd be a
ketchup,
long
Skipper?
drive for a Skip.
So my wife won a basket, one of them basket raffle things, and it was a Tabasco one.
Oh.
Oh,
So my son gets all the sauces. I said I'm taking the koozies because I am not even going to try a lot of that stuff. I don't need to have a fire-breathing buttocks.
oh my
Look at
gosh.
that.
Check
Sam,
that out.
Sam can spell.
Oh, listen,
Flyway's amazing.
all he did was copy and paste it.
Oh,
And
that,
no, I will not bring you a cell phone if you end up in prison. Nice try.
who are you talking to?
Sam, that was one of his comments he made to me.
Oh.
Now, we have a big show coming into Chattanooga next week for the cat or for fish.
Dang.
Did I say catfish?
You did.
I meant saltwater fish. I started reading what he said, and somehow it came out. I can't read and think at the same time. But we've got hey, Lumpy. See, I can't talk and read at the same time. It's a big saltwater show coming in, and the guy that owns Aquashella, his wife is in charge of it, and I don't know where it's at, but he was at the swap yesterday because he was like so impressed that the Chattanooga one gets so many people that he actually showed up to sell Fritz stuff,
That's nice.
and he said, Ed, I know you don't do saltwater, but just text me and let me know you're coming, and I'll have some tickets for you.
Question for you, Skipper.
No.
Hey,
Not
Lumpy. We did get to look at Mitchell Broom's fish room. Ed and I took Dan over. We went to dinner and then we went over. I think that's how it went. Yeah. And I wasn't feeling too well. I'd had a procedure, a lobotomy actually, the day before, and I wasn't quite up to par. So I didn't tour as much as I did the last time, but it was still awesome.
Wow, I'm surprised you weren't pooping the whole time.
No, they clean you out before those things, Ed. You don't have anything. That was the best, whatever kind of food they had that I've ever eaten. What did we eat that next day? I'm still loopy from it still now.
Oh, that was Thai food.
Thai, yeah, it was good.
Yeah, it was weird.
It's funny you just said that. I kind of made Thai food tonight on the Blackstone.
Lumpy Dog just said, hello, all. But he probably said it really cool. Oh, Lumpy Dog, I've got a question for you. I was wondering if you would like to do an auction football league. I'd like to do one auction league this year where, like, we'll do it just like baseball because I've never done football. You know, we did that baseball and it was so much fun. It took forever, but boy, I had so much fun hanging out with you and all the guys. I'd love to try to do it again, but with football. And let me know if you're interested because I think it would be really fun.
Thai food
Whip
is
said he'd
delicious.
like to, but he's going to be traveling the whole time, so I don't know if we're going to be able to do it with Whip or not. Whip's in Tennessee.
I know that's the reason he couldn't come on. I'm like, well, hell, he's here, but he can't come on. And last week, I can't remember, I didn't go maybe, or the week before, and he rushed back from someplace to come on, and I had canceled. So poor Whip, we can't get
Oh,
together.
but we still did a show. We did Susie and I went on Whip's show
Yeah, I watched it the
last
next
week.
day. That's right. That was a nice show. It was great. I think I commented in the comments. Yeah, it was a
Well,
great show.
I told him if you need hours, because he needs hours before he can be monetized. That's what he needs. And so I told him if you do it, I'll come up and go with you. And then he did it, but I didn't know he did it.
Good.
Oh man, $100 on Taylor Swift. He's gonna have the winning team right there. I tell you what,
Uh-oh. Oh, is that what he's
girl
talking
power.
Ain't no
Okay.
damn Swifty.
about? Trash Cat, apparently they wear off because I had one like when I was 12 or 13. My mother made us all get them before we were adolescents, and I guess it had worn off, but it's something to go through it when you're an adult, I'll tell you.
Oh, were you down in the pool, Dad?
Yeah.
Oh, my dad was swimming in the pool that time while we were doing this.
Well, I bet he'll see you in a different light now.
Refreshing and waking up.
Hi, Dad.
Oh, they said hi, Dad. He says bye back as he walks out. Well, oh, Trash Cat. I still have your little cat in a trash container that I never finished. I still don't have lights in my craft room, so it's terrible. I really wish I could get lights in there
Why can't you?
because when I bought the new lights to put in, and I was just going to wire them into take the wires from the old one, but the colors of the wires are all different. They have green wires on this new one instead of standard black, red, blue, and those 4 colors. This one has green and yellow and red or something. And I'm like,
Instructions.
well, who does power and ground with different colors than what are negative? Because I know that the red has got to be positive. But so I need my brother-in-law to come with his little machine and go zip, zip, to tell me what wires are what. With that little sticker thing, that little metal thing that tells you what each line is given. I don't know what it's called. AC checker, AC, whatever. I don't own one.
A multimeter.
Thank you.
I was waiting till you're done guessing.
Well, and he's been out of town so much. I mean, he's home now, but he's trying to build a house. So it just sucks. Like, we were hoping to get him for a few hours today to help us with stuff, and he sent his kids over instead to drop stuff off. We're storing all their stuff in our sheds. We got 4 big sheds in my backyard, so that way they don't have to rent storage containers.
Well, hell, I may have to make a trip down.
Still got some room in the scary shed.
But by the time you get his help, I could be down there and be done.
Yeah. Maybe I should go to Harbor Freight and see how much they cost.
Oh, they're pretty cheap there.
The rainbows are doing amazing, Lumpy. That was one thing I was looking for fish yesterday was some friends for them. But I really didn't see anything that... There were 3 types of fish I was looking for at the fish swap. I was looking for Hillstream loaches to put in with the 2 that I've got to try to start breeding those guys. And then a neat rainbow. But all the rainbows they had were like in bags of 3, and they were all individual, like different types of rainbows. So it's like, I was hoping for like a bag of 10 Bosmani or something, or 10 something. And then, or Congo tetras, but I don't know. Are Congo tetras easy to breed?
I never tried. I would like to.
I
The
think Zen Ginger once said she did it, but
the articles and like the YouTube videos I've seen on them, people that do it say it's easy, but I've never done it. Tried to or
well, they're a large tetra, so I mean maybe their fry isn't as small as like a lot of those tetras, because a lot of those tetras, the fry are so incredibly small when they hatch. You gotta feed them like vinegar eels and all that jazz, and I don't want to deal with that.
You'll
have
probably
you?
have to, because I'm sure they're egg scatterers also. So you'd have to set something up for that to where they can't get to the eggs.
Yeah, get you a couple piles of gravel or rocks.
Well,
Have
I
you
saw
all?
this really cool system where they put egg crate down
Yep.
in the tank and the eggs go under, fall through it, and
Yeah,
then they like a water thing pushing the eggs to the side to make them easy to suck up or something.
yeah. Have y'all been seeing? I think it's Mountaintop Puffer. His posts on Facebook, I guess, or maybe they're reels about his spotted puffers. He's got a gazillion fry right now.
Oh wow, that's awesome!
He mentioned that Wednesday in Dan's stream.
Did he?
Yeah.
They're tiny, tiny. I know Alex saw them because he commented or liked the post too. I saw him on there. That's something
Yeah,
I've
I
never.
was. Oh, sorry. That is really cool.
10 minutes is Sunday Night Live with Foxy's Fishes on Danica Aquatics.
Oh wow!
Yeah, that'll be good. It's probably
I hope
going to
she
get
plays.
rowdy, Ed. So get your mod stuff ready.
Well, I hope she plays her birthday song. It's your birthday. It's your birthday. And I don't know any of the rest of the words. It's a great day for us to say it's your birthday, or something like that.
I'm not sure that's Huawei. I think we've got AI running the mod.
Oh wow! I'm gonna go
Well,
pop that mountaintop one.
he posted Danikin's thing whenever I was thinking about doing. I was like, oh, heck, it's almost 9 o'clock.
Wow, these are beautiful. Those are some. That's a big or big puffer. Sorry, I almost said a bad word.
How dare you, Ed? So what'd you get Oinky for her birthday? Since she should have already have opened it.
Right?
I'll let her tell people. I got her a bunch of pig stuff.
Nice.
That probably made her happy.
I
I
have
tried.
a package from Suzy Q, but I saved it. I got it yesterday. I was gonna open it tonight, but with her not here, I'm just gonna hang on to it for now. I know what it is, but you guys don't.
Oh, I did mail her some cookies, key lime pie cookies, because she loves key lime pies so much.
I
And
wonder
so
if that's what's wrong. She's sick on those cookies tonight.
maybe. No, she's been working super, super hard trying to get this house cleaned up for her dad. Because he wants to sell this house and
Oh, I was thinking you meant
have a
Susie.
hard time.
I thought you meant you
Oh,
said.
I'm sorry.
No, I just didn't change gears back. It's going hot and heavy. It is nice to see new enthusiasts. It really is.
Well, who the hell is it? See, this is really weird. I'm thinking it and he's typing it. It's creeping me out. I want to know if he is hacked into my camera or something or in my head.
Your head, probably.
Maybe, do you have an etcher sketch?
Scatterers.
That is my brain. You shaking it
I-
right.
your hands are down like this, I can just picture him with an Etcher sketch drawing everything he thinks.
No, I'm just leaning forward.
I saw this autistic kid doing that once. He could
Oh,
draw things with the Etcher sketch and be like looking over here.
Yeah, a lot of it probably came out pretty cool too.
It did. Well, they sold his Etcher sketch drawings, and I'm like, if you accidentally I drop every Etcher sketch I've ever owned. You just ruin his drawing.
Yeah.
I don't know if do they spray paint them or something to keep them looking good.
They have to take a picture of it.
Oh, okay.
There's no
Well-
way, like if you just tap it, some of it's gonna go away. You know what I mean? So they have to take a picture and print it.
Maybe they were selling the Etcher sketches. I didn't even check to see how much they were selling them. Maybe they were selling them for the price of an Etcher sketch.
Thank you, June. I got your payment. What was it you got again? Will you confirm for me? I've got 2 little stacks of stuff to send, and I want to make sure I send the right one. Skipper would have taken notes. Smallway didn't do that.
Yes, it would have.
See? No, Noisy Aquatics is the new Michigan fish.
Killer just said you can shake the stuff out of it and make it permanent.
Oh,
Killer Kitty is a really smart person.
you're just
They don't
saying
promote you at Lowe's unless you're super smart.
you're just saying that, Ed, because she owns all that chain of Lowe's.
I know. Well, and sometimes she's my dungeon master, and she gives me really cool magical items. She
Yeah,
gave me a guppy that I can a robot guppy I can pull out of my pocket and throw, and once a day, and it'll drop babies over the hurt person and heal them. And then it swims back and it comes back into my pocket.
What time is it? We got 2 minutes. Is that right?
A minute.
A minute. So let me turn this around and where is it? This is what I think is supposed to go. Oh, hell. Part of the problem is that no organization. A big part of my problem here. Now, I had this stuff right here to show it, but I don't see it now. But I think what she's getting is one of them was the logo on the sale, on the auction. I don't see it. I had them right here on top with a book on top. They're gone. Oh well. Damn it. Oh well. She'll tell me what it is. All right. Let's get out of here so we can get over to Daniken's. Ed, I don't want you to be late. Thanks, everybody. Skipper, Ed, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Bob.
Mobs, thank you all. See you soon. Take care. Behave your damn selves.
Oh.